Last week we posted some of the supplement recommendations that we often recommend for hockey players in an effort to kind of improve performance, health, and recovery. You can kind of see here on the list some of the top recommendations that we had: creatine, beta-alanine, nitrates, sodium bicarbonate, vitamin D, and protein are some of the ones that we think would be helpful for athletes. Obviously, following optimized fueling strategies is always the top priority, but once those boxes are checked, we could then look at different supplements and see if they offer any additional benefits. The top two, in my opinion, would be creatine and beta-alanine. Creatine is a supplement that helps us to produce energy during maximal effort bouts of kind of short bursts of high intensity activity, which is literally what hockey is. If we look at the bioenergetic demands of hockey, we know those shifts are a minute, maybe a minute and a half of really high intense effort. And so creatine is definitely a supplement that could help them produce additional energy during those kind of bouts of high intensity skating activities. And then beta-alanine is something that helps us improve the buffering capacity within skeletal muscle tissue. And so what that means is when we exercise at high levels or high intensities, we start to produce additional hydrogen ions as a byproduct of that intense metabolic stress. And as those hydrogen ions accumulate, it reduces the pH within the blood and within skeletal muscle tissue, which kind of lends that burning sensation that athletes often feel in their legs, particularly for hockey players. And so for supplementing with beta-alanine, we're going to kind of combat that acidosis type of an effect during those high intensity shifts on the ice. So you might not feel the same burning sensation, or at least delay that a few additional seconds, which hopefully translates to longer shift, or at least maintaining kind of top end skating activities during those different short bursts of activity. And so with creatine, we usually recommend about 5 to 10 grams per day. Beta-alanine, you'd be looking at about 4 to 6 grams of beta-alanine per day. Other kind of honorable mentions: protein's usually one we always recommend for athletes. That's just going to help promote overall recovery. So about 20 to 40 grams per serving, anywhere from 120, maybe 180 grams per day, depending on the size of the hockey player. Vitamin D is one that we usually recommend as well. As we know, hockey is a winter sport. It's typically more popular or more commonly played in the upper Midwest, where we don't tend to see the sun a whole lot. So vitamin D might help kind of counteract those drops in vitamin D that we typically see in indoor athletes during the winter months. Nitrates are ones that can help improve blood flow and oxygen delivery during bouts of high intensity activity, which again kind of coincides with what we've talked about previously with the bioenergetic demands of hockey. And then lastly would be sodium bicarbonate, another one that kind of helps improve buffering capacity, which, as we just said with beta-alanine, is going to help kind of delay the onset of fatigue, or at least delay that kind of burning sensation that we might feel during bouts of high intensity